my husband had to have some dental surgery in January, and they had to put him to sleep. Well, when they went in to insert a breathing tube through his nose, the anesthesiologist hit something in his nose and caused him to have a serious bleed. It bled for 4 days, and he was put on a ventilator for 5 days. Didn't know anything had gone on until after he woke up and all, and we're wanting to know if there's anything that we can do to take legal action against the anesthesiologist. He ended up not even getting to have the surgery because he bled for so long that it was dangerous.
Tammy, a quick question. Give us a time frame so Matt can kind of picture what's happened.
This happened in January, like towards the end of January.
So just a month ago or so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a good question. Thanks for calling in, Tammy.
Tammy's taken the first right step, and that is to, to seek guidance early on. I mean, that was a great question you asked, because if you wait too long, Tammy, which you haven't, any opportunity that you may have will disappear. A doctor like you just described does fall under the medical malpractice law in the state of Alabama. And as we've talked about before, those are very difficult cases, and the physicians have a very powerful lobbying group in Montgomery, and so they have really shaped the laws in such a way that are very protective of the doctors. When you have a medical malpractice case, Tammy, what you have to show is that the physician, in this particular matter, that he or she did something that wasn't just a mistake, but that what that person did deviated from the standard of care. And what that means is, you may do something one way and I may do something another way, but both of the ways are accepted. Your way may be better than my way, but just because we do it my way and something goes wrong doesn't mean that I'm necessarily responsible. And so you must show that in this particular case, the anesthesiologist did something that deviated from the standard of care. Well, I promise you, whether the physician said to you and or your husband this or not, it's going to be in the medical records. And here's what they're going to say is this procedure has got risk A through Z. Okay? And whether that doctor tells you that or not, it's going to be in the medical records that I covered risks A through Z with Tammy and her husband, and they acknowledged and gave consent. And guess what, Tammy? One of the risks may be is the very thing that happened to your husband. Now, I'm not saying that means you don't have a case, because I'm assuming some things here. So what I'm going to recommend you do, Tammy, is there's a great lawyer in the Birmingham area that we work in closely with. Greg Foster. I think he's even been a guest on this program before, but he's close to you over there. There's not many lawyers that handle this. If you can't find Greg Foster's name, I want you to give me a call tomorrow in the office, Tammy, and I'll be glad to direct you that way.